Hello, my friends. I'm very happy to connect with you today. There is something that actually beat my mind a few days ago. In fact, if you had an opportunity to read the newspaper New Vision, especially on the 25th of July, they published a report that was, saying that eating kalo and matoke is one of the things that increases, that spikes diabetes. That sounded outrageous. I know you and I, we enjoy kalo and we enjoy matoke. It's perhaps our staple food, either in Africa or on different parts of the world. Kalo is global, matoke is global. But I want us to agree on something. I was so shocked that the New Vision actually published such a headline that diabetes is actually spiked by eating kalo and matoke. I think they ran out of what to do and what to add. New Vision today cannot be the main system that actually champions the Western consumerism culture and behavior. First, they came with an idea that all these foodstuffs we are eating, it's a problem. If you've been following this year, I think early in Feb, they published a report where they were saying eating smoked fish causes also cancer. And when you read through the article clearly, it lacked credibility, it lacked authenticity, it lacked factual data to actually support that. So I was so shocked again that now, New Vision is actually being used again to peddle the Western consumerism culture of trying to target. Now they are not targeting us, they are now targeting even the food, our cultural behavior and our way of life. You just sit back and imagine. Somebody, when you grow your matoke, bananas, you're ready to harvest, you prepare it locally, somebody's not happy. If you grow your cassava, mix with the millet or sorghum and get yourself kalo, somebody's not happy. And that person who is not happy because you are not buying the GMO food that they are actually manufacturing, that they're intending to import. They're intending that you should import, and they're intending for them on their side to export. When you continue to eat kalo and matoke and many other native food within our African societies, the manufacturing companies, either in the US or in the West, is not getting money. And that is why they start to finance big time conversations like kalo and matoke spikes diabetes. They start to finance projects like smoked fish has a problem because they want you to go back into having a GMO or artificially modified fish, or eating modified fish, or you should go back into buying we call the tinned fish, and also the frozen fish, the one you buy from the deep freezer. There is definitely a difference between those different types of fish, but still it's fish. The taste is different, the food nutrients is different. But because somebody sits at the back of their computer, generates this ideology and comes out with it, they make you feel like, oh, this is what is causing this. Their target is, when you look at their data and the research, there is no credible information that they have that kalo and matoke spikes diabetes. However, because they want to change your DNA in terms of how you consume, of what you consume, they want to change your behavior of eating, your behavior of food. They want you to eat pizza, they want you to eat more wheat, they want you to eat things that only them, when they manufacture and you import them to your country, then that means now you're eating healthy food. brothers and sisters, that is absolutely not true. I am here to refuse that kind of analysis and that kind of analogy where Africans are now being reprogrammed in terms of their eating behavior and in terms of their consumerism behavior. The West, all they think about is first their industries, their manufacturing industries, their food processing industries, and it is usually their first interest, even when they come to your African countries. So please, you need to watch out some of this propaganda that these people peddle, because they are not for good. They are literally trying to expand more of their markets. Just because you are not eating pizza, you're not eating those imported foodstuffs, and you're not consuming in large numbers, somebody is not making money, somebody is not making profits, somebody is not happy. So they want to make sure that that is altered. That kind of behavior, that kind of consumerism behavior is instilled in your DNA, so that you only have and trust the food that is from them. And that's not right. Africa has many different ways of how they prepare their food and many other things. And so I encourage you people to continue protecting the things that you need to, and protecting the things that you need to eat. Protect your food species, protect your food cultures, and protect the things that you need to do and that you need to eat for your healthy living. These propagandas in fact, look at them on the face and tell them shame on their faces, because then we have a right to protect our own. Maybe just as an additional part for this conversation, I want you to take a look. For example, textile. There is a lot of textile materials that are being imported from outside countries. But whenever our presidents stand out to say that, okay, let us promote our own local textile, the first people actually to initiate sanctions on countries, on African countries, are usually countries where you find our countries are importing the most of those textile materials. They're the first people to complain. They are the first people to make alarm. They are the first people to even to recommend sanctions that should be put on your country. Just because there is a native Ugandan, there's a native Kenyan, there's a native Ghanaian, there's a native Nigerian, or there's a native South African that is making the same thing. But because their interest is only to see that theirs is what moves, yours should never grow, they have that appetite to not make sure, and they are very determined, by the way, to not make sure that you are locally produced textile don't peak. They make sure that you don't reach up the standard. Some of them hoodwink some of our governments to even increase more taxes on machineries, on tools that would actually produce these things. So, my brothers and sisters, it is time to wake up and let us refuse some of these Western consumerism behaviors that they are trying to come up with, and all this very useless and unfounded research data that they are trying to put across. Thank you.